Hello YouTube and welcome to another MMD PMD tutorial. Before I get started on what this is, I would like to show you guys my Facebook page. I had a DeviantArt account, but for some reason, all three that I made got hacked. I had one a long time ago, got hacked, made a second one, got hacked, third one, same thing happened. So instead, I'm just going to keep this Facebook page. On here, you can see my YouTube videos. I will post things like if you'd like to see any improvements, if you want me to start uploading post data, textures, and all that stuff on this page. And I also will post my request on here. You can message me on here for requests. Of course, you can do that on YouTube as well. But yeah, this is what I've been using instead. And like I said, you can message me on here for requests, questions, any of that. So I'll put a link for this in the description. And if you do want to see my requests, they will be here now. Because I will not go back to DA since I can't seem to not get my account hacked. So, yeah. So the first thing that you want to do is if you're using GIMP, which is what I use, so I'll be showing you how to do stuff on GIMP, you want to download this brush, preferably, but if not this one, just a hairbrush in general. Don't claim it as your own, of course, all that jazz. I'll put a link in the description for this. I'm not going to explain how to put it into your GIMP. There's a link right here to tell you how to do that. So, after you've downloaded this, you want to open up GIMP, and you can begin. So, I have a folder of 6 different textures that I did, and I'm going to go through and explain to you guys what I did for them, just so you can kind of get a little, like, heads up, I guess you could say, on, just different ideas, how to make decent-looking hair textures, so on and so forth. So let's open up one. Okay, so this is the first texture I'm going to show you guys how to make. So, first thing, let me go ahead and erase this, of course. So the first thing that you want to do, and I prefer to use this brush just so I can make things, kind of like even. So I'm just going to pick a random color. Let's do green, since that's my favorite. You want to pick the darkest color you want first. And you want to go ahead and place that at the top. You also want to go ahead and place that at the bottom. After that, you want your medium color. And if you don't want to use the same brush that I'm using, that's fine. Just try to make sure everything is fairly even. So go ahead and place those in the middle. Again, try to make sure that everything is even. And then lastly, you want to get your lightest color that you want. And you just place that right in the middle. Your darker one should be the biggest. Your lighter color should be fairly small. And then the brightest color should be bigger than the medium ones. So what you want to do now is go to your smudge brush and click on the brush you downloaded, which looks like this, and it's called Hair. I usually keep my first brush at about 300, and this one I usually put down to around 120. And then you just want to click, hold, and drag, and move it up and down like this. And you want to make sure that everything is blended nicely, and you don't see any of the old stuff left in the background. And it should come out like this. You have your darker ones on your top and on your bottom. You have a medium color right here, and then your lightest color is right here. If you want, you can also try to make it more like a textury look, which you do have to be careful with that, because sometimes it does not always work out how you want. So you can make it more of like this weird squiggly look, and see how that looks on your character. Sometimes stuff just doesn't turn out the way you want, unfortunately, because certain hair can make a texture look great or can make it look terrible. So yes, that is actually all you do to make that first hair texture that I just showed you guys, and that's a simple, great hair texture to use. And I'm also going to show you guys what it looks like on a model. Okay, so before you can put it on your model, of course, you need to make sure you save it. So what you need to do, you go to File, Export As, save it as whatever you want. And I personally would do PNG, since PNG seems to have much better quality. So after you export that, make sure, you drag into your models folder, blah, 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 blah. Not going to go through all that. And then you test it on your model. I'm using long hair, so you can kind of get like a full, and like I said, it looks different on every hair, so you gotta be a little bit careful. Make sure you do test it on long hair, short hair, curly hair, etc. Just so you can kind of see. So this hair, as you can see, it's nice, really, really, really basic. You can see your light pieces, your dark pieces, and your medium pieces. It looks really nice. So let's move. And please, I can't stress this enough. Just make sure you do try on different hairs, because this texture could look completely different on another type of hair. So yes, please do not forget that. Okay, so let's move on to the next type. Okay, go ahead and exit that off. Okay, the next kind is this one. This one is definitely the easiest. As you can see, there's actually no smudging on this one. For this one, all you gotta do is pick the color that you want. And so let's just go with this. And you actually take your gradient tool. And for this, you can do it any way you want. I chose to just do it straight down, but you can take it like that. You can go this way, go down, and the further you go, like I went about here with mine, so I still left some white at the bottom. But you can also do it the opposite way. Again, come from any different way that you want with these. But for mine, I'm just going to show you what I did. So that's all you do for that one. So of course you go to File, Export As, save it as blah 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 blah, and there you go. So let's just go ahead and I'll just take the red one and put this in the models folder and come here, and it was number 1. Oops. And this is what that looks like on the model. So as you can see, if it would have been the opposite way, the lighter would be up here, your darker would be down here. If you did it from a different angle, the light colors may only be over here or way up here. So definitely be a little bit careful with this one. As you can see, the darker, the medium, lighter, 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 and then the lightest is down here. And again, this could look awesome on another hair. It could look terrible. So just make sure, I always check a few different kinds. I make sure to check long hair. I make sure to check curly hair. I make sure to check short hair. And I also make sure to check hair that's up. Either pigtails, ponytails, something. Just to make sure everything's going to look fine. Okay, so let's get that off. The next one, go ahead and exit this, is... Okay, this one is a side-to-side one. As you can see, for this, I just chose to do black, one color, black. You can do as many colors. You can do, like I said, you can do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do whatever you want. But just for the sake of showing you what I did, I'm just going to do the 2. So I'm going to put this up a little bit, and I'm going to do, I'm going to do black. So black on, I'm going to color the whole thing black. And then I'm just going to put, just put a random, whatever color, right down the middle. Oops, that's not exactly even. Oops. Okay, whatever, good enough. You guys get what I'm doing. Okay, so after you do that, you click the smudge brush, and you actually go back to the hair brush, and instead of going up and down like this, you actually just move it side to side, and do it that way. And there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can just push it outwards. Oops. You can just pull this color outward, or you can do what I'm doing and pull black in, put purple out. So yeah, that's all I did with that one. So after you've done that, you need to, again, file, export as, save it as whatever, just make sure it's PNG. And so let's just get a random one from here to put with the model. Okay, that's number 10. So let's go here, type in 10, and so let's click on the model. So, okay, this is a black one. As you can see, this one you have to be really, really, really careful with, because I tried this on, when I first did this, I tried it on several different hair, and some of them it actually looked fine, and some of them, like this one, it was, I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's very strange. So it just depends on what your preference is, but these, if you're moving side to side like that, the texture does tend to come out a little strange. On some hair, and some hair it looks fine. But again, it's just your preference. So that's what that one turned out to be on this type of hair. This is long and curly hair. Curly hair tends to work a little bit differently than models with straight hair. Okay, so the next one, go ahead and delete that off. Okay, this is the one where I chose to do just three random colors. So these, I like the lighter colors in these. So for this, I'm just gonna go ahead and choose all lighter colors. Okay, and of course you can do whatever colors you want for this. You can put them in whatever order. Let's put red at the top. And if you want, you can even put like red at the top, red at the bottom, and put two different ones in the middle. Sorry. But for now, I'm just going to show you guys what to do with this one. So I got my first color, and let's go yellow for my second one, and then the third one, let's just do blue. With these, you got to be careful, because sometimes colors don't really mix very well, and then it could look pretty bad. So this is something you need to be careful with. Just make sure the colors you're picking go well with each other. So after you've done that, go ahead, your smudge tool again, get your brush, and go ahead and just brush these up and down. And that's all you do for that one. You can also do it in several different ways. For example, this one that I put, what I did with this one actually was I actually just took that middle color and I went up and down from that middle color. Instead of going all the way up and down, I just, again, went from that and kind of did that a little bit. I'll show you what more of them look like. This one, as you can see, I actually, this one I went up. This one was more, yeah, on this one I went up and down, like what I did with the last one. This one I also chose just to do up and down. That one also was up and down. So yeah, as you can see, that's pretty much, you can just go from the middle, go up and down all the way. You know, you can do it, smudge it any way you want. So let's see what this one looks like on a model. So that was number 3. Okay, so on the model, that one looks like this. As you can see, personally, these are my favorite ones to make. I just think they look really nice, especially with the more, like the lighter colors and the pastel colors. So as you can see, you got your green up here, your yellow's mixed in a little bit, and so is your green, and you got your yellow mixed in with whatever color that is. Again, these are definitely my favorite ones to use. I love them a lot. And these generally look good on pretty much anything. Because there's not really... I don't know. They just tend to look really good on like everything for some reason. Okay, so let's get that off. And I'll show you guys the next one. Okay, there's going to be one more after this. Okay, this one I did... That's not a good one to do. This one I actually did 4 different colors. So as you can see, that one has 4 different colors. So for this one, it's this. I mean, same thing as as all the other ones. You take whatever color you want, and remember, try to make the colors look decent with each other. Take another color, then one more, and let's make the last color kind of, and you can make them any size as you want. You can make one color bigger than the other, you can make one smaller, and if you want, you can even add the color up here, up here like this if you want. Just experiment, do whatever you think is going to look nice. So after you get your 4 colors, and of course you can do as many as you want, just showing you what I did, and then just smudge up and down. Okay, that's all you do for 4 colors. Again, same thing as always. You can choose to do it. You can choose to smudge it differently if you want. Just do whatever. So for what one of those looks like, let's just pick. Let me see what I like. Okay, I'm just gonna pick a random one. Let's do this one. Okay, copy that, and then put this in the models folder. And I forget what number that was already. Okay, 7. So come over here, put 7, and then come to the model, and that's the way this one looks. As you can see, the multiple colors, to me, they just tend to look amazing. I don't know what it is about them. I just think they look awesome. So you can see the 4 colors. There's 1, 2, 3-ish, and then 4. And again, these tend to just look pretty good on everything. Whatever color that you put at the very top, so whatever color that you, one second, let me get another thing up. Whatever color that you put up here will always be what is on top, always. Okay, so this is the last one that I've done so far, and this one was several different colors, but they were all related, I guess you could say. So I would take very, very, very light, or very, very, very dark, in this case yellow, get a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, until the bottom until the bottom was the lightest color. Oops. And with this one, pretty much all I did was, oh, you can also change the size of your brush. And that's actually what I did with this one. I made the smudge brush a lot smaller, which is why the strands look so much different. Also, I mainly just went up like this instead of going down too. I went down a tad bit, but I mainly just went up on this one. So, to do this one, let me see if I did another. Okay, so for this one, what I did was, let me erase this. Okay, so what I did for this one was, as I said previously, get with one color that you want. So in this case, I guess I am just going to go ahead and stick with this. So the darkest that I want is this, and I'm going to put that at the top. And then I'm going to get a little bit lighter. Make it very, make it noticeable, but not, not a huge jump. Then you can do as many colors as you want for this too. And make it a little bit lighter. Oops. And then I'm going to do my lightest color at the bottom. And again, you can turn this into, in fact, let's turn this into several more so I can show you guys. Let's actually start it out almost black. And then get a little lighter. And then we'll finish it off with a really light one. Okay, so what I did for this, you can make the strands as big as you want, but I actually made the brush on this one fairly small, and I actually mainly just went up on this. And the brush I used the first time was actually even a little bit smaller than this. And then after I got to a certain point, I did go back down just so that darkness, could still be there. But yeah, that's literally all I did with that one. Like I said, though, the strands I did were a lot smaller, so I will go ahead and make this a little bit smaller. Like this. As you can see, strands are very tiny. Just make sure that everything is well blended so you can't see like those really weird, awkward lines, because then it'll look not so pleasant on your character's hair. Okay, and then like I said before, what I did is I did go back down a bit just to make sure that the dark color was still there. Okay, so after you get that to how you wanted, and remember you can also do weird stuff to it. As you can see, I'm kind of turning it inwards a little bit because it just gives the hair a different look and a different feel. Okay, so after you get that done, remember File, Export As, preferably PNG, and let's see what this one is, and then put this back with the model, and this was 10. Okay, this is the way. This actually is not the right one, so I might have been in the wrong folder. Okay, this one was number 2. Okay, and that's how that one looks. As you can see, very dark, and it gets progressively gets lighter and lighter. These tend to look good on most hair as well. So honestly, that's really all you do to make your own hair texture. You can be, as free as you want. You don't have to download this brush. If you wanted to, you could just use, it doesn't look as good, but you can just use like the regular brush and smudge stuff how you want. You can even add little like hearts or stars or any of those things if you want. So if you have any questions, or if you would like to download any of the textures that I showed you guys and I had on here, just let me know. I can, as long as you credit, I will let you guys download them. So yeah, any questions, comments, message me on YouTube or on that Facebook page, and stay tuned for the next video.